In the heart of Umuofia, a young warrior named Okonkwo is about to change the course of his life. Known for his incredible strength and unyielding determination, Okonkwo faces off against the undefeated Amalinze the cat. With every cheer from the crowd, the tension mounts. Will he triumph or fall? Stay tuned as we unravel the rise of Okonkwo, the man who would become a legend. Welcome to the heart of Africa, to the land of the Igbo people, where the past whispers tales of strength, tradition, and transformation. Today, we delve into the soul-stirring narrative of Chinua Achebe's timeless classic, Things Fall Apart. Join me as we journey through the life of Okonkwo, a man whose story is as powerful and complex as the land he inhabits. Picture a land where the air is thick with the scent of yams, and the rhythmic beats of the talking drum tell stories of old. This is Umuofia, a village that stands as a beacon of tradition and pride. The people here live by the proverbs of their ancestors. When the moon is shining, the cripple becomes hungry for a walk. In this land, stories are not just told, they are lived, breathed, and passed down like sacred heirlooms. Our story begins in the vibrant village of Umuofia, a place where traditions run deep and community is the lifeblood. Here, we meet Okonkwo, a man revered for his strength and feared for his temper. Okonkwo, the son of Unoka, a man known more for his debts than his deeds, has spent his life carving out a name that would erase his father's legacy of weakness and failure. In Umuofia, a man is judged by the strength of his arm and the wealth of his barn. Okonkwo, from a young age, swore he would not die a poor man like his father, whose music was as sweet as his words were empty. Unoka, who could charm the birds from the trees with his flute, could never keep a promise or a cowrie. They say, the lizard that jumped from the high Iroko tree to the ground said he would praise himself if no one else did. So Okonkwo praised himself through hard work and determination, becoming a respected warrior and a wealthy farmer. Okonkwo's rise to fame begins with his prowess in wrestling, where he defeats the renowned Amalinze the cat. His victory not only brings him honor, but solidifies his place in the annals of Umuofia's history. Yet, Okonkwo's story is one of contrasts, strength and vulnerability, tradition and change. The wrestling match is a spectacle. Villagers gather around the arena, the air buzzing with anticipation. Young boys perch on tree branches, eager to witness the battle. Okonkwo, with muscles rippling like a leopard ready to pounce, faces Amalinze, a man unbeaten for 7 years. The match is fierce, each move calculated, each throw a display of raw power. When Okonkwo finally throws Amalinze to the ground, the crowd erupts. The elders nod in approval, and the drums beat louder, echoing the victory. Okonkwo stands tall, not just as a victor, but as a symbol of strength and resilience. It's said, a man who makes trouble for others is also making trouble for himself. But today, Okonkwo has made a name for himself. At home, Okonkwo rules with an iron fist. His household, consisting of 3 wives and numerous children, knows both the security of his protection and the sting of his discipline. His first wife, Nwoye's mother, embodies patience and resilience, nurturing her children in the shadows of Okonkwo's strict ways. The compound is a hive of activity. Each wife has her own hut, and they take turns cooking for Okonkwo, ensuring his yams are the softest and his soup the richest. Okonkwo's second wife, Ikemefuna, is fiery and independent, a woman who has known both joy and sorrow. She has lost 9 children in infancy, and her only surviving daughter, Ezinma, is the apple of Okonkwo's eye. Ezinma, bold and intelligent, often acts with the wisdom of an elder despite her young age. Okonkwo's third wife, Ojugo, is the youngest and still learning the ways of the household. Together, they navigate the complexities of their roles, understanding that in Okonkwo's world, when a man says yes, his chi says yes also. Nwoye, Okonkwo's eldest son, is a source of constant disappointment to his father. Sensitive and contemplative, Nwoye struggles under the weight of Okonkwo's expectations. Their relationship is a complex web of love, fear, and misunderstanding. Nwoye finds solace in his mother's hut, where stories and songs soften the harshness of his father's expectations. He is drawn to the old tales, the ones that speak of the earth's mysteries and the spirits that dwell within it. But Okonkwo dismisses these stories as women's tales, unworthy of a warrior. Okonkwo's harsh words cut deep, and Nwoye often feels like a fish caught in a net, unable to break free. Yet, he yearns for his father's approval, believing that an old woman is always uneasy when dry bones are mentioned in a proverb. Nwoye's inner turmoil is a silent storm, brewing beneath a calm surface. Into this dynamic enters Ikemefuna, a boy from a neighboring village given to Umuofia as a peace offering. Ikemefuna's presence brings joy to Nwoye, who finds in him an older brother and a friend. For Okonkwo, Ikemefuna represents a glimmer of hope, a chance to mold a son into the warrior he himself has become. Ikemefuna quickly becomes part of the family. He teaches Nwoye the secrets of trapping and the art of storytelling. Together, they laugh and play, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Ikemefuna's stories are filled with adventure and heroism, capturing Nwoye's imagination. Okonkwo watches from a distance, pride swelling in his heart as he sees the changes in Nwoye. It's said, a child cannot pay for its mother's milk, and in Ikemefuna, Okonkwo sees the future he has always dreamed of. But the drums of fate beat a different rhythm, one that will soon bring heartache and sorrow. But the threads of fate are often woven with sorrow. The Oracle of the Hills and the Caves decrees that Ikemefuna must die, a decision that plunges Okonkwo into a moral abyss. Bound by tradition and fear of appearing weak, Okonkwo takes part in the boy's execution, a choice that haunts him with a silence louder than any reprimand. The night of the oracle's decree is shrouded in mystery and fear. The oracle Agbala speaks through the priestess Chielo, her words carrying the weight of the gods. The moon is a loyal companion, it never leaves, but this night the moon hides its face. Okonkwo, torn between his duty to the clan and his love for Ikemefuna, wrestles with his conscience. In the end, his fear of weakness drives him to a fateful decision. The execution is swift, the forest echoing with Ikemefuna's cries. "My father, they have killed me." Okonkwo's heart hardens as he delivers the final blow, a decision that shatters the fragile bond between him and his son Nwoye. This act marks the beginning of Okonkwo's unraveling. Despite his external fortitude, inside he battles demons of regret and sorrow. As the winds of change blow, bringing British colonialists and Christian missionaries to Umuofia, Okonkwo's world is further thrown into disarray. Okonkwo becomes a shadow of his former self, haunted by memories and plagued by nightmares. He sits alone, the weight of his actions pressing down on him like a stone. The arrival of the white men only adds to his torment. They come with their new religion, preaching love and redemption, concepts foreign to Okonkwo's world of strength and honor. Nwoye, drawn to the missionaries' message, finds solace in their teachings, further deepening the chasm between him and his father. Okonkwo's anger burns brighter, like a fire consuming everything in its path, as he watches the foundation of his life crumble. The arrival of the white men heralds an era of unprecedented transformation. The missionaries' message of a new faith entices many, including Nwoye, who sees in Christianity an escape from his father's shadow. For Okonkwo, this is the ultimate betrayal, a sign of his world slipping away, piece by piece. The village square, once filled with the sounds of traditional songs and dances, now echoes with hymns and sermons. The missionaries, led by Mr. Brown, preach about a loving God, offering hope and a sense of belonging to the disenfranchised. Nwoye, captivated by their message, begins to spend more time with the converts, feeling a strange but comforting pull towards this new faith. The villagers are divided. Some see the new religion as a threat to their traditions, while others are curious and open to change. Okonkwo watches in despair as even his own kin, men he once respected, are swayed by the white man's words. He feels like a palm tree stripped of its fronds, bare and vulnerable. As the village grapples with these changes, Okonkwo remains steadfast, a lone bastion of resistance. His spirit, unyielding and fierce, refuses to bend. Yet the tide of colonization and cultural erosion proves relentless. In the village meetings, the elders discuss the encroaching influence of the colonizers with a mixture of fear and anger. The council hall is filled with the sounds of heated debates and worried murmurs. Okonkwo, unable to contain his frustration, often speaks out against the white men and their religion. Living fire begets cold, impotent ash, he says, condemning those who have converted. He believes the white men are like locusts, slowly devouring everything in their path. Despite his warnings, the elders find themselves at a loss, unsure of how to combat this new threat. The village, once united, now stands at a crossroads, torn between tradition and change. In a final act of defiance against a world he no longer recognizes, Okonkwo takes his own life, an act considered an abomination in his culture. His death is not just the end of a man, but the symbolic fall of a way of life, a poignant reminder of the fragility of human existence and the relentless march of change. The final days of Okonkwo's life are marked by an escalating sense of desperation. He sees the village of Umuofia, once proud and unified, fracturing under the strain of new beliefs and foreign rule. In a last stand against the colonizers, Okonkwo takes up arms, hoping to incite a rebellion, but his efforts are in vain. When he realizes that he stands alone, betrayed by his own people's unwillingness to fight, he makes a fateful decision. Hanging from a tree, Okonkwo's lifeless body is found, a tragic end for a man who lived by the creed that a man who brings home ant-infested faggots should not complain if he is visited by lizards. His death is mourned by few, understood by even fewer, and it marks the end of an era for Umuofia. Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart is more than a story. It is a profound exploration of cultural heritage, human resilience, and the inexorable forces of change. Through Okonkwo's journey, we see the beauty and tragedy of a world on the brink of transformation. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this tale as compelling as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that bridge the past and the present.